Hi guys, welcome back to Raw the Vlog. I'm Allie, founder of The Cheeky Clean, a wellness brand empowering conscious consuming, and your host for Raw the Podcast, a juicy little real source where we are breaking down the real ass word using the knowledge I gained after 14 years in the corporate chemical industry to help you make better, smarter, more intentional choices, body, mind, and soul. And today, on this beautiful day in Cleveland, Ohio, we're gonna talk about sunscreen. Okay, backwards hack as we're getting serious. So, most sunscreens contain a potent array of toxic chemicals. Over 70% of those sold in the US market contain a chemical called oxybenzone, which can be systematically absorbed into the skin and is linked to cancer. Other ingredients that these sunscreens can contain is anything from fragrance to additives to preservatives to hormone disruptors, things that are going to really harm our endocrine system, and again, even cause cancer, which is so scary. If you live in the residential US, chances are that you can't even decide which one to choose because there's so many freaking options, and honestly, the majority of them are trash. So what to look for and what not to look for. The number one chemical you want to avoid is anything that starts with O. Always when you're choosing a sunscreen, you're going to go to the active ingredient. The active ingredient is going to tell you exactly what is the main product protecting you from the sun within that sunscreen. So if the active ingredient starts with O, run for the hills, girl. Like, run. Do not spray that shit on your children. Do not spray it on yourself. Do not spray it in our environment. Avoid at all costs. The other thing I want to talk about is mineral versus chemical sunscreens. So mineral sunscreens have gotten this big buzz, and marketing makes it seem that if you're choosing a mineral sunscreen, you're automatically protecting yourself, and that's not true. It's always about the active ingredient. If you look at it and it says titanium dioxide or TiO2, we want to avoid that. Titanium dioxide is already being regulated in Europe as a reprotoxin, and we want to really hone in on one active ingredient that's going to be the safest choice, and that is zinc oxide. I'm going to show you a couple options today that are all active ingredient zinc oxide sunscreen that is really great and really badass to use all summer long. The first is Beauty by Earth. I love this brand. Again, active ingredient on the back, zinc oxide. What I love about this version is they actually contain nano zinc oxide, so it's going to be even cleaner than regular zinc oxide. And what's the difference? Nano means it's going to stay at the top surface area of your skin. It's not going to sink in to your most porous system and into your organs. However, if you're going to have a product that sinks into your organs, zinc oxide is going to be better than all of the other ones, but the best of the best of the best is nano zinc oxide. And not everyone uses that when they're manufacturing, but Beauty by Earth does. I also really like this one because it smells good. This is going to be the best smelling one of the ones I'm going to recommend today, and it's not using scary fragrance. They're using things like sandalwood oil and coconut. So really awesome option. The next is going to be Koa, K-O-A. This is a really cool brand. It is vegan and cruelty free. All of these are, of course. Conscious brands are always evolving and helping us make better, smarter choices. And it's all about the energy and intention that they're putting behind their products, and it always comes down to ingredient sourcing. This one is really badass, made in the USA. It is super chic packaging, and it's easy to throw in a carry-on. It lasts for a really long time, so I'd highly recommend this product. Again, zinc oxide always. My favorite brand is Raw Elements. I really love these because they're super sustainable. They come in these tins instead of plastic. Reducing our plastic use is so important. A fun fact, in Hawaii, they ban the use of any oxybenzone because it's so toxic to the environment, and they don't want it to kill the reef. So you go, Hawaii. Again, this is going to be nano, so a much safer choice when it comes to just staying on the top of the skin. That does mean you might have to rub it a bit more in the shower to get it off, but it's so worth it to know that it's not going in your organs. Even though it's a much safer chemical, it is still a chemical. So the less that we sink into our bodies and the more we can detox out, the better, but it is still gonna protect you from the sun and going to be a really safe version. I like that they have the tinted version. It really provides like some nice glow, and I use this one so often on summer days, when I'm golfing, when I'm going out instead of makeup. It's a vibe. The last one I wanted to share is Babo Botanicals, and the reason why I like this brand is because it's sold in most commercial stores. So it's EWG approved and fragrance free. It is sold in Whole Foods, so if you're in a pinch and you forgot to bring your sunscreen, stop in Whole Foods and get Babo, Cheeky approved. Remember, zinc oxide. I hope this was helpful for you guys today. Again, active ingredients go such a long way when making a small choice. Little changes, big differences. Sunscreen is something we're putting on all summer, and making this choice to a Cheeky approved product can be a longer, healthier life. Stay conscious, Cheekies.